This may or may not work, but I'm going to try. I spent 45 minutes recording this morning, and my computer will not let me edit. It says my disk is full. Now, I use a Mac to edit these videos and upload them, and that's the only thing I use that Mac for. The only thing. And I erase my videos like after a week. That came through my phone, my video file. I erase it. I only keep like a week on there. And I know I don't back them up because I'm never going to go back and say, oh, on December 3rd of 2022, I did this and I want to include a little clip of that again. I don't do any of that stuff. That's way too complicated for my editing skills. My degree is only from YouTube University, so I got to go with what I got to go with. And so then I sent it from my phone, because I print on a phone. I film on a phone. I sent it from my phone to my iPad, and on there I could edit it in half. If this doesn't work, I might be able to edit it on because I only do iMovie. I don't do Final Cut Pro. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm very, very, very limited. I'd rather save the brain cells that I have left for art than tech, which some days this happens because of that decision that I've made in my life. But anyhow, so I cut it in half on my iPad, the video, which I should have never let it go 45 minutes. I should have cut it in half at least and started it again. And then I sent that back to my Mac, from my iPad to my Mac. Won't do it. It took one of them, but it won't take the next one. And then I deleted the other 4 or 5 videos on there. I only have yesterday's on there. Everything else, there's nothing else on my computer. And I've deleted them in 3 places. Those are the only 3 I noted where to delete them. Because when you delete them, a Mac still holds them or an Apple product still holds them for 30 days. I've deleted that whole file. Anything I deleted for the last 30 days that was in limbo and purgatory got deleted. That didn't work. It won't let me upload stuff. So then I took the half that I got to upload to my Mac. This is really boring, I know, but I just got to get it out of my system so the rabbit hamster wheels in my head stop going around because I'm so angry. So then I took the one that uploaded was the end one, which was much more exciting than the beginning. So I tried to just upload that with a message. My computer ate my files. No, wouldn't let me do it. So then I said, all right, I'm going to take that end clip, which was 20 minutes, fast forward it, and do a voiceover. Nope, wouldn't let me do that either. I'm like, that's the extent of my knowledge. I don't know what else to do. So the closest Apple store to us is in Greenville, which is 2 hours. And my husband says, all right, because this has happened to me before. He said, all right, we need to go to the Apple Genius Bar and make an appointment. He had an appointment and lunch plans with a guy friend. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call Apple. So I tried to make the appointment from the Greenville store on my phone or my tablet, whichever one I was using, I can't remember. They want to know all these categories of your problem, and then they want to try to fix it online for you first before you make it to the Genius Bar. I appreciate them trying to save my driving time, but I want a human being to help me. So then I said, well, pooey on you, I'm calling the store directly. I called the store directly. Guess who I got? Some AI person that said, hello, welcome to Apple. We understand you need some help with something, or something polite like that, in Apple language. I'm like, no pun intended, but the core of my being is furious at this point. I want a human being. So after about a 5-minute spiel on how wonderful Apple products are, they said, anything you say, I can understand. So you tell me what is wrong with your computer. I'm like, editing issues. With what program? iMovie, which is their product. Okay. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to put me into the help desk appointment place according to what my problem is. And then it asked me something else. And at one point it had said, if you don't like any of the responses, tell me and verbally what is your problem then. So I said, I want a human being. So, okay, we'll be glad to connect you to a tech support person. Let me email you a blah, blah, blah file on your phone. I'm like, no, connect me to a human being right now. I don't want another survey to be taken on my phone. So I hung up. No pun intended, the core of my being is now got applesauce in it because I'm so mad. So I said, forget it. I sent everybody a message that I know watches every single day. And I said, no video tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm thinking, all right, maybe I can just talk my way through what I did. It'll be maybe 10 minutes, unless I keep going on about this part. And let's see what happens then. So here we go. 6 minutes in. Nope, that was only 5 minutes and 51 seconds. So I took some of the stuff that I painted yesterday, and I cut some pages out. Some pages from my little book. I added a little book page on top of another little book page. That was my full intention, to try to make backgrounds and foregrounds and then start piecing them and see what happens. The whole goal is to perhaps convert them to black and white and then create my own Halloween paper. That's my goal. Now, since I decided to do all this in the last week, I just got my Ali Edwards Halloween kit, which I did order. I'm not sponsored. I pay for everything. It is fabulous. And I was going to try to make my own journal using my cinch machine and have a spiral bound project holder. But I was going to leave an inch margin and paint that in fact, I already did it. Paint gray here. And where the holes go in my spiral cinch, that would not include my 4 inches. So it would be 4 inches by 8 inches after that inch of spiral space. But then I got the Ali Edwards kit. And there are some fabulous 6x8 papers. I have some 6x8 papers already also. So I'm not doing that. I am going to do a binder that came from Ali Edwards this summer. I think this was the travel kit binder. I bought one. Accidentally bought two. I didn't know I bought two. Don't order from Ali Edwards in the middle of the night. But I know I can work at a binder now. I'm not as intimidated as I used to be about it. No pockets, most likely, because that does intimidate me. But I'm going to use this. And I think this is a beautiful cover. And since I have two, it'll be okay. Does it look dark and gloomy? No. But I'm going with it anyhow. You don't get dark and gloomy until you open up the book. So in saying all of that, I can use my paper too. So I decided, I went for contrast. I went for brights with moody colors with brights, vice versa, trying to replicate some of E. Bond's magic. And her, if you haven't heard me talk about her, E, the letter E, like Elizabeth, E, last name Bond. I think that's her last name because her cousin, who's an artist also, goes by Sarah Bond. So I think they're cousins and their last name is Bond. Anyhow, so I cut out some that I had done 2 years ago on that doctor's coding book that my husband got out of the trash can. Well-trained husband. And that was years ago, before my parents even got sick, because I was painting in their back bedroom when we were spending the night with them while they were passing away before our very eyes. Anyhow, and now this stuff is all dry too, so I can touch it. So I cut out these, and I didn't want perfect circles. I want orbs kind of thing. And then I added white and the black. And then I took one of my little paint markers here. This one. These are chalk markers, and I love them. It's the best marker I have found that works for me. I've had some Poscas. They don't work for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm not holding my tongue wrong. Right. But anyhow, this is very much loved. This is even very much more loved. This was the moody colors that I took and just did parts of the jelly plate on yesterday. Go watch that one if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then I put black around it and green around it. Stabilo. And then I did a little bit of white. Not a lot, but a little bit of white. I love this one. And I'm curious to see what they look like black and white. I went through one of Amy's paper books that I have. Amy Tangerine. And I picked some backgrounds that I really like. I was just testing all these out to see what I like the most. But I'm kind of like these on this. That's not the right one. Oh, this. The graphicness of this one works for a lot of them. That, I want high contrast. These work on that one. So I was just testing stuff out also. I love this grid, the black moodiness of the grid. These go great on this one. I didn't put any down because I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I think that was all of them. Oh, this blue's great. Try not to put the same shades next to each other. I love this. Love that. So I'm not sure where I want to use these yet. But that's a plan. Then I made a couple more. I took a brightly colored background and then put all the greens on it. Cut up another page from out of here and put they were all green. And, except for this one. This one was green and pink. And I went over the pink with a little bit of green. But you can still see some pink. So I like that. Then put black Stabilo around it. I like that one. That would be cool. I wonder what that's going to look like, black and white. I don't know. Oh, that was another thing. I showed you some of my black and white stuff that I've done. No, I don't know where that is. So I didn't actually do any more paintings today. Oh, here it is. No? That's not it either. I don't know where it went. It should be in here. This one, not happy with yet, but it was all wet and I didn't want to add anything on top of it yet. So hopefully tomorrow when I get back from Greenville, that's at least 4 hours. There's something else needs to go here, a little bit here, but it's a work in progress. And then I added, this one was already done except for this black line and the little black in the chartreuse. And I love this one. Looks like zombie eyeballs or something. Alien eyeballs. So that's what I did. In a much longer version. And I also, where did I put those? Oh, here they are. This was a wipe off page, I think. And I put it in black and white. I love that. And this was that bright, colorful page in here in black and white. This one in black and white. I like that one too. So let's go see if this one will go on my computer. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient. If this doesn't go up, I'll see you on Friday, hopefully.